We hear it all the time, right? Grind, hustle, never stop. But what if that's actually really bad advice? Today we're going to pull back the curtain on this whole hustle culture thing and find out what the real price of the grind actually is.
I mean, you know the story, right? It's like a script. It always starts early, way too early. That alarm clock blaring before the sun's even thought about showing up. He punches the clock, puts in a full 8-9 hours at his main job. You know, the one that actually pays the bills. But, oh, the day is nowhere near over. The second he clocks out of one job, he's clocking right back into another, hopping in the car, starting another gig, pushing the clock later and later into the evening.
And just when you think, okay, finally, he's done. Nope. He gets home and starts job number 3 for the day. That so-called passion project, the side hustle. And weekends, forget about them. They're just more time for freelance work. This whole thing, people call it grinding.
But here's the kicker, the part nobody puts in their motivational posts. After 2 years of this, all that effort, all those sacrificed weekends and late nights, his income has barely budged. And his life? He's just completely exhausted. So what is really going on here?
Well, it all starts with the promise, doesn't it? This super powerful, really persuasive idea that has totally taken over our social media feeds.
Come on, you've seen this stuff everywhere, right? The posts about waking up at 5 a.m., working 3 jobs at once, and of course, those flashy screenshots of their monthly income. The message is drilled into our heads. Build multiple streams of income. Hustle now, relax later. It sounds so good on the surface. And underneath all that motivation is this nagging fear. It whispers in your ear that if you're not hustling every single second, you're falling behind. That any moment of rest is a moment someone else is getting ahead of you.
Okay, so what's the actual price of buying into this promise? Let's get real and look at the hidden cost of all this grinding. So, to make this super clear, let's talk about a guy we'll call Arjun. He's got a solid full-time marketing job, a stable income, a pretty normal life. And then, he discovers hustle culture.
And boom, just like that, every free second is gone. He's freelancing after work, he's running an online store, he's trying to learn crypto trading, he's even making content on the side. And you know what? At first, it feels amazing. It feels like he's making so much progress. But that initial rush, it starts to fade. And slowly, almost without him noticing, the hidden costs start piling up. First, it's sleep. That's the first thing to go. Suddenly, getting a full night's sleep feels like a luxury he just can't afford. I mean, those extra 2 hours of work have to come from somewhere, right? And they come straight out of his rest. And then, his social life just evaporates. His friends eventually stop calling because they already know the answer is going to be, sorry man, I've got to work. He's totally isolated, just stuck in this endless productivity loop he built for himself. And this right here, this is the brutal, honest math that the hustle gurus never show you. Look at that chart. The effort he's putting in is through the roof, but the income growth, it's tiny. He's not building wealth. He's just trading massive chunks of his life for a little bit of extra cash, again and again. And that brings us to maybe the most dangerous part of this whole culture. It's an illusion. It feels like you're making progress, even when you're just spinning your wheels. Yeah, there's actually a name for this trap. It's called time stacking. And what it means is you're not building real assets or any kind of freedom. You're just literally stacking more hourly work onto your schedule. You feel super productive because you're always busy, but you're not actually building anything that can grow without you. And this is where it gets really damaging psychologically. It completely messes with your peace of mind. You try to sit down and watch a movie, and that little voice in your head goes, you should be working right now. You scroll online, see someone else's success story, and bam, you're hit with this wave of guilt, like you're not doing enough. It literally steals your ability to just be present and relax. So, look, the problem isn't working hard. Hard work is great. The problem is working hard on the wrong things. It's about direction, and there is a much, much better way to think about all this. This comparison right here lays it all out perfectly. You've got 2 paths. On one side, working more. That's the hustle path. More tasks, more stress. It's a hamster wheel where the income only works when you do. But on the other side, you've got building assets. This is about creating systems, leverage, things that work without you. Think about it, building an online course once that sells forever, or an automated business. One path is a trap, the other is a path to actual freedom. And eventually, Arjun has that big aha moment. He looks at everything he's doing and realizes he hasn't built a business. He's just built himself a second, a third, and a fourth job. Every single one of them depends 100% on him. If he gets sick or takes a day off, the income just stops. That's not a business. That's a prison he built for himself.
Okay, so once you see the trap for what it is, how do you get out? Well, it's not about working harder. It's about a total shift in how you think.
So what does Arjun do? He makes a huge change. He drops the random freelance work, he stops wasting time with crypto, he decides to focus on just one thing, building his online store into a real, scalable brand, something that can eventually run without him. You see the shift? The goal is no longer just be busy. The goal is now be strategic.
Because at the end of the day, working harder doesn't always mean you're moving forward. A lot of the time, it just means you're running faster in the exact same spot. And that really leaves us with one critical question we all need to ask ourselves. Are we actually building real income, or are we just stacking more work?